just drawing the spells early, and that could be a huge problem.
Yeah, so we see orange with the explosive trap that we were talking about. It's pretty sweet, I guess, against mirror images or force of nature later on. You can set it up. Yeah. This is a matchup that I would tend to favor the hunter in.
I think so too.
It might have changed a bit. What do you think?
Yeah, it definitely helps the druid now. I was dog running Living Roots. I can't quite remember if he was or not. Living Roots is another card that's absolutely amazing against hunter. But even if he's not playing the Living Roots, he does have those Ancient of Wars, and he does have those aspirants. So post TG, the druid is definitely doing better in this matchup than it used to.
Yeah, we saw Forsen running Living Roots earlier, and Druid did get, interesting cards, but they still haven't made their way in core decks. Well, you'll see them, come up, but they tend to occupy the flex spots. They're not core just yet.
Yeah. And the Spectator mode showed that as if he was throwing away the Wild Growth, but that's not the case, obviously. It's just a long-lasting bug, which doesn't really show the keep cards properly.
Yeah, Orange has a pretty sick hand right now. It's looking very dangerous. You just look at Glaivezuka here. The amount of damage this Leper Gnome will be packing is way more than Dog will be content to take.
Right. That Leper Gnome, so angry. But like if you're the Hunter player, you don't really want to... Yeah, like you want to be playing minions for now, not really like just spells. All the damage in his hand right now is like limited.
Yeah, it's kind of you play a taunt and you go nowhere basically. Like if Dog drops the Drill of Claw, and he's got 2 of them by the way, which is gonna be a huge roadblock for Orange unless he picks up a Shredder here or something.
Tap. Well, it's a bit early for it. Orange really wanted to have something like an animal companion this turn, or even maybe a juggler or like scientist would have been great. But
yeah, Dog's got a 6 start here. He's not going to get punished. Do you innervate the Shade here?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so no second thoughts about this, just a snap play.
Like I don't think there's any good reason to hold on to the innervate at this point. Even if he picks up an Ancient of War, he will be able to just play it, or Ancient of Lore. So that's like way too good to pass up.
Yeah, so the swipe also can be used later on in the game to clean up a board. Second Druid of the Claw, likely to be played as taunt unless an emergency shows up.
Oh, such an explosive start from Dog, it's actually kind of crazy.
Yeah, how do you handle this Lothab? Do you just let her smash herself into the... Oh, well, I might consider the Keeper trade.
I think you ignore it. I would probably like taunt and just go face with everything. I don't know, he could punch it and use the Druid of the Claw, but you don't want to miss that damage. You miss 5 damage on face, and the Hunter will be forced into attacking into the taunts anyway, so...
Swipe will finish it off.
Yeah, I mean, just let the Lothab attack into the Druid of the Claw instead of attacking into it. Like, why not?
Yeah, you're right. I mean, the swipe will take care of the Lothab, because it'll be left with 1 health. This Juggler here with the Unleash is going to, help a little bit. I'm not sure it's going to clean up anything, depending on whether Juggler's available.
Like, if he gets really lucky, it might... some job done. Okay, well that's not very good.
Alright.
Man, that swipe is looking so good right now. And he did get enough damage to clear the Druid of the Claw. All he needed was that 1 juggle on it.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Do you go for the Keeper, Hero Power, Lothab down, or do you swipe and play Keeper for face? You swipe face, Hero Power down the Juggler, Keeper the Juggler. Like, what's the... Okay, so you swipe face and you use the Keeper to finish off the Juggler. Yeah, it's a lot better.
Yeah, it seems like way too good to pass up.
Yeah, Orange is already staring down the end of the game. It's
so scary. But can he really like start kill commanding? Like, can he kill command the Shade? Maybe he has to, because otherwise he just dies to like any.
There's no question about it, I think.
Yeah. So you kill command that. I guess the Leper Gnome Explosive Trap. Passing with the bow, I would imagine, because he's going to get that extra charge.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense to me. We'll see what ends up happening, but this game has been almost playing itself out.
Oh yeah.
There have been a lot of turns where everything seems sort of self-evident.
Ooh, Doc. Why would he? He should know that there's explosive traps if he watched the other game. I don't know if I like this. He should have been aware of the explosives. I think we saw it on the previous game. Maybe he missed the match or so.
Well, maybe what happened is even if he saw the explosive, there may still be a freezing.
Right.
So you don't know which one it is.
I guess we can't completely rule it out. I don't remember if the situation was so that we could have like known for sure if it's if
maybe it's also for the bow charge. You don't want to give him the bow charge.
That's true.
You're probably going to win, no matter what.
I guess. Yeah.
This is a case of, does it really matter what I do since I'm so far ahead? So that might just be what Dog's thinking. If I play super cautiously, I'll just be better off. Because less
like yeah. I mean, yeah. The leper gnome is like trading into the keeper anyway. And that's game. Like, there's no trap that would save orange here.
Yeah, typical druid playstyle. You know, sometimes we get that early ramp. The hunter hand, however, was pretty mediocre early on. Like we saw the leper gnome packing a lot of damage, but if he'd only picked up a shredder, animal companion, even a knife juggler on that turn 4, he would have been much better off than what he got.
It was really unfortunate draw from orange there, and Dog got all of those mana cards. There was this tiny chance that Dog would have fell short with his draws. And just throwing too many mana cards, but that was not the case. He got like just the right mix of mana and minions to play.
All right, so you've seen the druid from Dog steal a game. I thought this might be the weak deck for Dog running into Tempo Mage, but it turns out that's going to secure a game. What do you think about Rogue versus Tempo Mage? Because we're looking at a Hunter and a Patron Warrior. Dog probably feels okay against Patron, but Tempo Mage maybe not so much.
I think he's just fine with it. Like with those backsteps and heavier threats, he should be able to deal with the early threats. And once you pull off the flurry, the Tempo Mage might not be able to recover. There's like the way for Tempo Mage to beat the Rogue is that they get enough damage in early on with the minions and then just finish off with those fireballs. Like you have to get that 15 or 20 damage in with the minions to be able to like really seal the game. And Dog is also playing 2 heal bots, so if he manages to stabilize and then play a heal bot afterwards, Dog should be fine. But here we go with Tempo Mage against Control Warrior. Wow.
Control Warrior, I kind of like Tempo Mage in this position, but I don't know if he's running Snow Chuggers or Water Elementals, right? Because that tends to modify the way the matchup plays out by quite a big margin, because getting the freeze on the weapons can be a super big deal.
I think the big story here is that one of these draws is like an awful one, and the other one is nearly perfect. The Tempo Mage, like what more can you even hope for as the Tempo Mage? And Orange, on the other hand, like there's no weapon in sight. There's no target for the Cruel Taskmaster right now. He has 3 legendaries in his hand, 2 of them being too slow and the third one having a battle cry, which is not meaningful in this matchup.
So Dog is pondering, do I keep the coin for the Flamewaker turn, which is going to be next turn, and get the extra 2 damage, or do I get Clockwork Gnome out, maybe get, Cruel Taskmastered, and then get the spare part that I would be able to play with the Flamewaker, and if that doesn't work out, then I'll just Arcane Intellect and still buff the Mana Worm. There's so many plays for Dog to consider, and they're kind of interesting, all of them.
I don't think it's obvious at all, like, do you coin it or not. It's fairly close call. You're not too worried about the Cruel Taskmaster, I suppose.
Yeah, because you trade the Mad Scientist and even get a Mirror Entity, so you're pretty happy. Yeah. And then you can Arcane Intellect almost for free, if you want to look at it that way. And then that gives you a little bit more fuel going forward.
Yeah. Like, the thing is, we can see that it actually would have worked out a tiny bit better not to coin it, because now that Cruel Taskmaster is meaningful. But from Dog's perspective, it looks like he doesn't need the coin for curving out nicely. Even without the coin, he will just have like a 3 mana minion on turn 3, 4 mana minion on turn 4, because that's one of the important considerations when you coin. Like, do I need it for later on? And he decides that the 2 extra damage from the Flamewaker might not be worth it, because he gets 1 extra damage right here with the Mana Worm and gets to develop that 2-1 on the board.
Yeah, Orange is also wondering, do I really want to let him trade the Mad Scientist and get a Mirror Entity out? I mean, that can only be bad, right?
Yeah, it's a big problem. I mean, he might still go... Like, the Cruel Taskmaster is okay here, but he really needs a weapon, and the shield block might be what draws
enables the draw. You're right, great point. I mean, the shield block would compensate the amount of damage he's taking, deny himself a shield slam for the future, but overall, it might just be safer because you're more likely to find a weapon.
Yeah, it's a tough call there. I guess I like the Cruel Taskmaster a tiny bit better, but it's definitely difficult. Like, this is a bit optimistic. So now if he gets the Death Spite, he should be fine, but if the next draw is anything else but a Death Spite,
yeah, this is looking good. A Brawl would also do it. It would help at least a little bit. Shield Slam would do it as well, right? It would be pretty helpful. If you can kill...
Yeah, that would definitely be... Oh, the Death Spite, just 1 draw too late.
Oh man, does Dog just overextend into a Brawl? Or does he just go Arcane Intellect with a Willing Blade?
So good to play the spells, but in general you want to play the minions first. But this is such a weird situation because each one of those spells is worth 3 damage. Because the Flamewaker is gonna deal 2 extra with each, and the Mana Room also gets buffed. But like, yeah, I mean, that's Shredder. It's gonna hit for like 8. You wanna get it out there.
I think the consideration might have also been if he brawls this, if I keep Mana Worm or Flamewaker, I get a 2-drop as well. And if I keep the Shredder, then I just get a really sticky minion.
Right.
So I'm still fine no matter what.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Oh my, yeah, you definitely go for it. Oh, this is insane.
Dog's draw is lining up really nicely.
It picks up like a Frostbolt here. It's just mind-blowing.
It's almost a good game actually.
Well, that Unstable Portal quite amazing too.
Yep.
What does he get from it?
Kidnapper against that Belcher. Oh man, that's gonna be crazy.
Like a 3 mana Kidnapper. I mean, people are usually thinking of, okay, Kidnapper is a bad card. But when you get to cast it for 3 mana, it's so amazing because, yeah, I mean...
It's a 5/3 body, it's a sap, you're paying 1 mana for a 5/3 body? Yeah. I mean, come on, let's be real here.
It's so good. Because the problem with the card is that when it's 6 mana, it's so hard to combo. Like, the only ways to combo it are almost like, for a rogue, are like a preparation or backstab. Otherwise you need like 9 mana, and then at 9 mana you just like don't want to play it anyway. But in this situation, now the Belcher is just like, poof. Like, I mean, do you even play the Belcher? This is such a... This is impossible for Orange, to be honest.
Yeah, you play Belcher, you give him the Mirror Entity Belcher, which you're not happy about. If you play Shield Block, I guess that's better, but like you're really looking for Shield Slam or Execute to kill another minion with either the Slam or the leftover AoE from Death's Bite.
I almost feel like you should just go for the Shredder already.
Alright, well, somebody's about to push with Kidnapper damage. I think that's lethal, actually. With like Arcane Missiles, Kidnapper, with the ping, should be lethal.
Yeah, I think, yeah, Flame Cannon first,
well,
so you get the guy.
Never mind, even better.
Okay, well.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, that's Kidnapper.
This is the thing, right? This is what this deck does. I mean, Orange is laughing it off. He's like, what is this game? Why is Unstable Portal even a card? So this is what Tempo Mage does a lot, right? Like Unstable Portal can swing games.
To be fair, even though the Kidnapper was quite flashy there, Dog didn't need it. Like, he had the game at the back already, even without the Kidnapper. He had a Flame Cannon to deal with the front half of the Belcher, so don't get like, fooled by that RNG.
Right. Yeah, the RNG was good, but it wasn't necessary. No. This is not a game where everything came down to somebody getting, you know, crazy 1 in 500. I don't know, like 1 in 300. So Dog is very far ahead right now, and he's looking pretty good. He's got a Rogue, and he's got 3 chances at getting it through.
Yeah, that Mana Worm again, like, I didn't count how much damage it dealt. I brought it up last time we saw the Tempo Mage, but it again, like, it just played it on turn 1, and even on turn 6, it was still there. Like, the amount of damage it dealt, I need to get my calculator, but it was quite a bit.
I mean, it's the thing with that 1-drop is that, like, how many classes have an answer to it on, like, immediately, right? Very often you're going to be taking at least 1 attack, and by the time you're able to deal with it, something else might have shown up.
Yeah,
that's just, it feels more threatening immediately.
I mean, there was that possibility for the Fiery Vorax. If he had the Fiery Vorax, it would have been just dropped down immediately. Fiery Vorax is like, it's called Fiery Winax for a reason, and in that matchup it really like gets highlighted. Because in control matchups, I guess it's not that big of a deal. But against an aggressive deck, just like having or not having the Fiery Vorax is like day and night.
Alright, so Dog has a pretty slow-ish start, you know, no deadly poison. He's looking for those. They're pretty important when Acolytes of Pain start falling down. Orange has the one of the most aggressive control warrior hands.
Kind of nice, not too exciting here. Not what he wanted to do on turn 3, but with those minions, like Shredder is probably like the best card against control warrior. Yeah, so that's great to have, and also the other minions not too bad.
Well, this minion heavy hand from Dog could actually work out. Very often you want preps at least to weave in, because it's kind of like playing Execute in Warrior, where you get that turn and you use Execute as a tempo play, because you kill something and you develop a minion. In this case, the Dog is looking for prep to do the exact same thing.
Ooh, what the hell there? Like
shield slam and trade, I guess.
Yeah. I was like, was that the right cruel task, or should he add down it on the other one? But this one worked out better.
Yeah, it worked out very nicely. In fact, Dog almost is looking like without a prep, wiping this board is going to be a little bit of a pain.
Yeah, if we had the prep though, wow, like the Drake prep fan.
Yeah, it would be crazy. That would just wipe the board. You're forcing Belcher or Weapon. If Deathbite comes out, you're pretty unhappy.
Do you need to like really load up here? I guess
you could just Violet Teacher backstab as well.
Like it's not as mana efficient, but I actually I think I like it a tiny bit more. It does work out in the end because if you didn't do this, there might have been like Coin and Shield Maiden, and now it's like not that spectacular for turn 5.
Yeah, and he has already seen a he's already seen one of these shield slams, so he might think the Slowthab is not gonna die right away.
Oh yeah, it's gonna stick around unless there's a Deathbite top deck. I can't quite see though what's happening in the game right now.
Yeah, I have a little bit of a video freeze thanks to Skype, but it should be reestablishing itself soon. Happens once in a while. Alright, well... I'm still stuck on Eviscerate.
Yep,
not doing anything, so... Waiting to see, I mean...
Yeah.
Do you coin out Shield Maiden here if you're orange?
It's bad.
Okay.
But it's like a... Well, he might just like go Acolyte and Hero Power.
Okay.
It depends what he top decks next. It's an interesting matchup because it usually favors the warrior quite heavily just because of how efficiently the warrior can kill all the rogue minions with the weapons. So a lot of the weapons just go 2 for 1. Okay, we're back in the game. But this draw, like this draw is definitely on the better side for the rogue player.
So it turns out orange ended up playing the Acolyte of Pain.
Yep, and the armor. Yep.
Alright, Dog's still looking. I mean, the Deadly Poison is good, but he's still looking for Blade Flurry, I guess, to do anything. I mean, Teacher makes oil really awkward, but the moment you get a board against a warrior, unless he's got the Brawl or weapons, and there's not a single one that came up for orange, it's gonna be a little tough for you to handle.
You might be a little bit worried about Brawl. I mean, we can see that it's not there, but if you Dog, it's like one of those things that you always have to consider, like, what if he has a Brawl? If you play against Console Warrior, you have to keep it in the back of your mind at all times.
I am ready to learn.
I'm trying to sort out the technical difficulties as far as the video feed goes for us. I know you guys might be seeing the game, but we casters aren't at the moment, so a little bit of an issue.
I have no time for games.
Well, Savit, what do you think about Maiden of the Lake?
Maiden of the Lake? Yeah. I don't know, man. Like, where do you play it? And
that was a quick answer. Yeah, I mean, I guess there's really nothing to say about it.
I'm not too excited. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, I still feel like that card needs a little bit of help.
It's gonna make it to Trollden at some point when somebody does like the Major Dome and stuff. I think somebody already did it actually with the Major Dome one.
I pulled it off once.
Yeah.
I did it once to some like rank 18 player, but I don't expect it to work ever again.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not too hyped about that. I experimented a little bit with that and like Oldara Drake and stuff, but it's just it didn't seem good enough for me. I try a lot of goofy decks on my stream and I play a lot of different things, but there's like this certain level of being good that it has to be achieved, or otherwise I just stop playing it. So
alright, it's like the Hobgoblin Paladin, right? Like you had to at least get some merit, like you had to win a little bit at least to justify playing it.
Yeah, you gotta win a little bit. You don't have to win all that much, and like depending on how funny the deck is, like Astral Communion, you don't have to win all that many, but you still have to win some games. Astral Communion, even if it's like a cool card, if you win 9 out of 10, oh sorry, lose 9 out of 10 games, it's not that nice. I don't like losing.
I don't mind it. Well, no, I do, just because I wish more people played fun decks. And then I'm like, why is my deck not functional? It never works, so people play serious stuff.
Pay attention, class.
Oh well. Technical difficulties still ongoing. Maybe we lost connection with Hearthstone. Life is sad without a Hearthstone game.
Oh no, I wanted to see what happened there. We can just guess. Oh, that brawl! Is the 1-1 gonna win it? And it does! It'd be hilarious if I got it right. Like,
you come back alive on stream and the brawl actually happened.
That would be.
That's crazy.
That'd be pretty awesome, but I mean, yeah, it's pretty unlikely. Right, return.
Alright, so we're going to be resuming the video feed, hopefully if everything goes well and we can actually keep casting the game. It's a little unfortunate. I don't know what's going on today. It's been happening on and off. Maybe the distance is causing this, you know. I live pretty far away from you, so
Oh, that's true. That's true. I think that might be it. Like, the internet is like a pretty big place, and yeah. Like when the data goes such a far distance, it's a lot that gets lost.
Alright, we'll restart this and maybe we can get the feed again. Alright, welcome back.
Thanks. Oh man.
Alright, I think we're getting the video feedback in a moment if everything goes well. Is the game still ongoing? Whoa, what happened? Oh my goodness.
Oh.
That's a big game. So that's a Shredder drop. 7 damage on the dagger. There's a Blade Flurry. Sprint Blade Flurry looks good, but I don't exactly know.
Look at that weapon.
Yeah, what happened here? I don't know what happened at all. I must have missed something. And there was no brawl with a 1-1 living, so you lied.
No, I was wrong, yeah.
Alright, so Dog is just trying to put on more minions to threaten lethal almost next turn. There's a good chance with the top deck he gets from Sprint should do it, right?
Oh yeah. We don't know what exactly he has remaining, but should be a bunch of things. Now the Chrome happens, but all Dog needs is 2 damage.
Yeah,
he's deadly poison. He might find an Avis ready if he has 1 left. Could be a prep oil. Could be a Salt Sea deckhand if he plays that. I'm not sure if Dog plays it though.
He needs 3 damage, right?
Well, he kind of has. Oh yeah, you're right.
But it doesn't really matter. I mean, at this point, he's got another prep sprint. It's kind of unfortunate for him that he couldn't pick up the lethal, but I think he'll be able to do it next turn. I mean, Orange would have to get like a Justic or a True Heart, like so you can armor up twice. Oh man, Alex would be devastating. I didn't even see Alex in Orange's deck though. I've seen a lot of Control Warriors cut Alex Straza completely since Varian came up.
Oh yeah, some people have been cutting it. There's quite a bit of variety in the deck lists right now for Control Warrior. Like, I'm not saying that it's like completely different from each other, but with some of the tech cards, you can never know exactly. And that Eviscerate from the top is going to seal it. Dog gonna take the series 3-0.
So Orange just got knocked back down to the loser's bracket, and Dog moves on for sure to the group stage phase 2. So Orange will have to fight off against whoever wins the next match between Forsen and Stanudachi, the player from Hellraisers. Forsen is still on team no team, so you know, he's not representing anyone like everyone else is. I'm curious to know which of these 2 players is going to win between Forsen and Stan. The lineups seem pretty standard and similar. So we'll see. There's a Zoo deck for Forsen.
Yeah, Forsen from team no team. Maybe it's his new team.
The no team. There's one difference between both players' decks is Stanudachi is playing Warrior, Control Warrior, and Forsen is playing Freeze Mage. So that should give the edge to Stan in theory. If everything comes down to like mirror matches. Yeah. And I think Stan is also playing Handlock, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh yeah. So it depends how the decks line up. Right. And in Conquest, there's a lot of like kind of random factors. You can try to guess what your opponent will start with, but sometimes it's just if one of the players is flipping a coin or like randomizing the starting order, it's just like it takes all the mind games out of the equation.
Yeah. So We apologize for the technical difficulties, guys. It's just unfortunate. It was a really quick series, a really short one, and we ended up, being out of it for a little while. Hopefully everything will be resolved in the next one. We'll be back after the break. 10 minutes. Don't go anywhere.